obviously we found out that Adam was getting transferred on Monday, and obviously you're going to be the #1 keeper. I mean, how does that feel?
Yeah, obviously it's nice. It's a confidence boost to know that the club and Caleb and the coaching staff have that confidence in me. It's taken a while for me to get to the spot, but nothing really changes. It's the same thing, same mentality day in, day out. You got to come and work hard, and now I've got to continue to perform well and keep the spot, because there'll be someone breathing down my neck, which is what you want to keep you honest.
How did you handle that over the last 4 or 5 years, just feeling like maybe you were close and not getting the opportunity?
Yeah, I mean, there was definitely the days where you think you're close and the days where it kind of, will it happen? And you just got to kind of remain focused and know that, if you keep working hard, that, you'll get there. We'll hopefully get there one day. And, you never want to see anyone get hurt, but I was fortunate enough to get a chance to go in and play earlier this year. And so yeah, it seemed to have worked out all right.
Does the mentality change now that you know you're in the #1 spot, or is it the same?
No, because I think, if you change your mentality, your work ethic or anything like that, then that's when your performances change on the field. And I think if I just keep things consistent, stay focused, keep working as hard as possible, then, not only will the performances continue, but hopefully they'll get better and better.
How did training every day with Donovan and then Adam, what kinds of ways did they help you get to this point?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, every keeper that you train with, you kind of learn a different aspect from. And, with Adam, obviously he's a phenomenal goalkeeper, there's no doubt about that. What he did here last year was very, very impressive. And I know he'll do the same thing over in Norway. But, he's obviously a sweeper keeper, really good with his feet, and very calm, very confident keeper. And, just trying to pick up those kind of attributes from him. I mean, obviously it's tough to kind of add them to your game so late, but he's a great goalkeeper and a good friend. So
Caleb mentioned yesterday that you haven't been a goalkeeper all that long. When did you make the switch from cricket to soccer?
Yeah, I think it was about 13, but I never really took it too seriously. I was just kind of forced back there out of, I don't know, probably lack of talent on the field. And then, when I was about 15, 16, started to take it a little bit more seriously. So it's been a few years now. I'm getting older. I've been here quite a long time. So I guess I was a bit of a late bloomer.
You talked about how Adam's good with his feet and things like that. Are those skills that you think you're getting better at as you play more?
Definitely. I think it's one of those comfort things. The more comfortable you feel, the more confident you feel, then those things kind of come with it. I've got a long way to go in all attributes, but I think the more games you play, the more confident you feel, the better those things come together.
When you were young, were you thinking cricket first? Was that your first sport, or were you playing everything? Or?
Yeah, when I was really young, that cricket was my #1. I love cricket. I still love cricket to this day. I watch the Black Caps whenever I can. But it was one of those things also where I probably wasn't quite good enough to turn it into a job. So I think I probably made the right choice.
So when did you realize, hey, I'm pretty good at this? Was it pretty much right away when you got back in goal? Or?
Not really, actually. It took a few years. Actually, it was my goalie coach in New Zealand, a guy called Mark Oates, who actually, I never really took it too seriously, and he kind of pulled me aside and said, I think you can make a go of this, and he kind of worked with me for a few years, so I owe a lot to him, and because I definitely wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him.
And refresh my memory, how did you end up with the U20s back in?
The U23s, yes. So obviously Gavin's the key. We came over here on a U17 trip back in 2006, I think it was, so a few years ago now, and we played a tournament, and I guess I got a few trials in England, and then nothing really came of it. Back in New Zealand, actually stopped playing for a little bit. I was playing midfield for my local team, and then Gavin called and asked if I wanted to come over and play for the under-23s, and I thought, yeah, I'll give it a go.
Were there other teams looking at you like Seattle? Or
yeah, I mean, there was talk or stuff that probably would never have come into fruition, but Gavin was in New Zealand, met with him, and it seemed like a good idea, so I haven't looked back since.